There is trouble everywhere, chaos everywhere, anarchy, wahala everywhere. It is not a joke. It is not a joke.
Hi everyone, welcome on board to Helper.tv.
It was reported earlier that a 7-man panel of the Apex Court, led by Justice John Okoro, in an unanimous ruling, restrained the federal government, Central Bank of Nigeria, and their agents and commercial banks from implementing the February 10 deadline for the now old 200, 500, and 1,000 naira notes to stop being a legal tender. Let us cut it down. Supreme Court has overruled, restrained the federal government, Central Bank of Nigeria, and their agents and commercial banks to put an end, for now, to their do not spend old naira notes. That is as simple as it is. February 10 has been put down as the deadline, and they said, no, this is not possible. It can't work. Even IMF has advised the federal government to put an end to this hardship. The Apex Court also stopped the federal government, CBN, and commercial banks from continuing with the deadline pending the determination of a notice in respect of the issue on February 15. Reacting to the court judgment, Wike commended the Apex Court for saving democracy by stopping the CBN from banning the use of the old naira notes. That is on one side. Well, Malami wants this to go ahead. He wants this to go ahead. Malami is pushing for this deadline. Now, one will wonder, is it difficult for Malami to get access to the new naira note? No. Who are the people who are feeling the pain after depositing your old naira notes at the bank? Getting the new naira note becomes an uphill task. You can't even get it. We saw videos of bank officials jumping outside of their banks. Why? They are afraid of mob attack. They are afraid that some people might take advantage of this to attack. They jumped out. This is serious. Now, we all know that Bola Ahmed Tinubu spoke about this, and a lot of people quickly jumped to this statement that Bola Ahmed Tinubu made about scarcity of petrol. That is what a lot of people are feeling right now, scarcity of petroleum products, and also the scarcity of money. People said, oh, he is the king and master of bribe. Is that all? Are you now feeling the effect of scarcity of naira notes? Is it Bola Ahmed Tinubu that sent people to fight and break into banks and cause chaos? We even saw the incident that happened in the University of Benin, where a soldier was beaten up because he was trying to jump the queue, and later they came with guns and shot sporadically everywhere. Is it Bola Ahmed Tinubu that sent them there? Let us be very truthful about this. It is deeper than that. Bola Ahmed Tinubu's presidential campaign spokesperson, Bayo, has declared Nigerian Attorney General Abubakar Malami a public enemy, in the same vein as the governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Godwin Emefiele. Who knows if Emefiele would have been the president and Abubakar Malami would have been the vice president? Who knows? Because we all know that Emefiele wanted to be president of Nigeria. He was promised this. Now, Onanuga made this statement in response to a preliminary objection filed by the Justice Minister, Abubakar Malami, through his lawyers to dismiss a lawsuit brought forward by 3 northern governors to the Supreme Court of Nigeria. The lawsuit was an effort by governors Nasir El-Rufai of Kaduna, Yaya Bello of Kogi, Bello Matawale of Zamfara to halt the implementation of the Central Bank of Nigeria CBN Naira redesign policy. the governors claimed that the notice timeline for the policy was too short and did not meet the legal requirement for reasonable notice. They also accused the presidency of not doing enough to facilitate the transition of the notes. Now, in the same vein, a man who we know is also vocal, former Kaduna Central lawmaker, member of the People's Democratic Party, Shehu Sani, he reacted to the verdict of the Supreme Court over the deadline of the old Naira notes, and he said something notable, and I want you to hear. We all know that Nigerians have been lamenting over this. It's just all over the place. The former Kaduna lawmaker said, if those who charged the case to court, if those who took the case to the court were from the southeast, the situation would have been different. He said, if the three governors were from the southeast, they would have been linked to the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB. There would have been a change. The narration would have been different. They would have said, oh, these people are members of the indigenous people of Biafra. They are part of Eastern Security Network. They would have linked them to terrorism. That is it. So now that this charge is coming from three northern governors, the story is different. But they are still fighting. CBN is saying they care less what the Supreme Court has said, that February 10 is February 10. Let us see how it is going to be. We all know that they are reckless. They do not respect the rule of law. They do whatever it is that they wish to do. They do anyhow. That is what it is. If they think that keeping currency will affect politicians, I think they are getting it wrong, because people are hungry. People are ready to take from anybody whatever is presented to them. And I'm very sure if there are presidential candidates or their representatives in form of governors all over the states who want to bribe, who want to buy vote during the election, they already have in store millions of the new currency in different denominations. It's as simple as ABC. If we saw people dancing and spraying the new Naira note and stepping on it, that tells you and shows to you that governors, top politicians who are up there, have access to the Naira note. End of story, end of discussion. There is no politician that is going to suffer the brunt of this. So, Emefiele, you messed up. Whatever it is that you say you want to mop up and whatever, maybe in certain percentage, there is something good about it. But right now, you refuse to do the needful by making sure that the flow of Naira note goes in as it should. Whatever policy you came up with, trying to reduce, trying to come up with the cashless society and all of that, so as to be able to track and trace. All right. But at this time, when the elections are on, are you trying to make sure that people are more hungry so they will be desperate? Whatever it is that you guys are all about, this is not right.
I say a very big thank you to those who have taken time to subscribe to this channel. And if you're yet to subscribe, kindly tap on that subscription button and also the red bell icon so you will be notified whenever videos such as this are uploaded.